Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of. I guess this camera isn't on, so let's fix that. But for the week of September 16th, you have this Truth and Fairness card and this Creation card. A lot of cards are like truth coming up at this time, and I keep encouraging people to listen to their inner truth, whatever that means for you, and to move more towards the truth. Like if you're doing things that you don't want to be doing in life, how can you change it, and how can you do something different? And even with the things that you don't want to do, because, in life we do have certain obligations that we just can't avoid sometimes. And it's like, how can you make it something that is more your truth? Or how can you kind of like transmute the situation and make it better if you do have an obligation? I think that's also kind of part of the secret sauce here, Virgo, and it's definitely something I would think about. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Hermit. So the Six of Pentacles is, kind of balanced give and take, equal give and take. I feel for a lot of you, that part of your truth might be getting to a place where you are, getting things in your life, or you're doing things that are more worth it. We even go down to the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is also a card of balance. She has 6 pentacles over here and 3 pentacles over here, and you might be saying that's not balance because that's not like 50-50, but really it is balance. She only gives 3 pentacles worth of her energy to anything that she's doing, and she keeps more than enough for herself so that she can always fulfill herself. So she understands true balance, which is never giving too much, right? Giving enough. And letting that be enough, and making sure that she fulfills herself first. And then you go down to the Empress, and the Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy, and then you have the Empress, which is Empress energy, obviously. So I feel like you are kind of like learning balance, learning how to give in balance, and learning like the appropriate amount of energy to give to things. It could be in relationships, for example. Maybe you've learned that you can't give too much right away, and you have to like build up over time. Same thing with business or work, right? Sometimes giving too much can be a bad thing, because it can make your boss think that you can do 10 times the amount of work that you actually want to do. So I feel that the Six of Pentacles is really just talking about balance. You have 2 nines right next to each other. You have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. I like 2 nines because they really represent a positive new beginning, especially when you have 2 right next to each other. And then in the third row, you start with the Fool. So there definitely could be a positive, kind of like fresh start or new beginning. I feel for some of you, I get more of a fresh start energy. And here's the difference, right? Is that I don't think this reading is necessarily saying you're like leaving a job and completely starting over. I get more of a fresh start, where it's like maybe you're, changing your job in some way, but you're keeping the same job that you have. Or same thing if you have a business. It's like you're maybe more focused on the things that bring in balance, that create more fulfillment, and you're getting rid of the things that don't bring in fulfillment. And that's kind of the energy I get here from this reading just in general, is that, again, you're doing what you should be doing, which is doubling down on the good stuff and getting rid of the stuff that wastes your time, or, getting rid of the things that don't fulfill you. In your second row, you even have this Nourish card. I'll show you in a minute. And, the whole entire reading really is kind of saying that you are focused on nourishing yourself, nourishing your soul, or whatever it is. You have the Hermit, which is you, Virgo. So whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. We also go up to the Nine of Pentacles, to the Fool. So this is another clue, before we get deeper into the reading, that you are about to, kind of start a new journey with the Fool card, or you're about to have a fresh start or a new beginning. And like I said, for whatever reason, I'm more focused on a fresh start, not so much a new beginning. Now, could a fresh start be a new beginning? Sure, but I feel this is more fresh start energy. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says something from the past is dead, done, over with. It's really almost like you're putting yourself first more. The Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. But maybe you are used to relationships, and not just love relationships, but I'm talking about like work, business, your clients, whatever it is you do, or the people you interact with. I feel like you are used to giving, and it's almost like this is a switch that's happening. I feel intuitively, where it's like you are putting yourself more in receiving mode, which we see right here going down to the Empress. So I kind of feel that this is just a positive change, where you're making sure that you are receiving what you deserve, and what you're putting to rest is always, giving. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. So 999 could be an important number for you this week. But the Nine of Wands says, it's all about setting healthy boundaries, right? And so a lot of you could be, again, it's kind of like you're putting yourself first. But here's the other thing. It's like sometimes it's like you can say that you're going to put yourself first, but you kind of have to be at a certain place to say that, right? Because it's like if you have nothing to offer, then it's like how can you put yourself first, right? But this is different. It's like you have a lot to offer, and so because of that, that's why you're putting yourself first. It's almost like you are revaluing your energy, or it's like you are revaluing what you bring to situations, work, business, love, spiritually, pretty much everything. And so because of that, you are putting up these boundaries. Again, this is a very good, I love where this is going. With the Hermit, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a love offer for some of you. You have the King of Swords here as well. So you could be attracting someone who's like older, more mature, someone who's very decisive as well, I'm getting. And it could be any sign, although, that would be an air sign. Earth really stands out to me, so it could be another earth sign that's coming in for you, but I do feel that some of you have an admirer. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this transition card and this nourish card. Yeah, pretty much everything that we've been saying. You're going through a change, a fresh start, and the nourish card is saying you are probably just focusing more on nourishing yourself and healing yourself and getting, what you want out of life just in general. And that's what I feel the nourish card is saying. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hangman. The Knight of Pentacles kind of says you're ready. I would actually say that this card and the Hangman say that you are over-prepared for something that you're thinking about doing in your life. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that isn't making a move in the tarot, so he needs to make a move. He's just standing here, and he has all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to plant seeds in this field behind him, and they will grow. But he's being too cautious. He's kind of overthinking the situation. And if he would just get to work, then he would get a result. And the funny thing is that you have the Nine of Pentacles. She has grown those grapes behind her. So for a lot of you, you have the opportunity to grow something great in your life. And it could just be like what you're doing right now, but you're improving upon it. This reading looks like a major improvement. Whatever it is that you do every single day. I kind of feel like this reading has to do with like your routine, your daily routine. So, it doesn't matter if you're retired, if you have a job or business, it's like your routine is changing. And I feel that it's going to bring just a nicer energy. That the Nine of Pentacles is heaven on earth, but heaven on earth could just be you surrounding yourself with a better energy. The Nine of Pentacles is all about your environment. And by environment, it means everything that surrounds you, all the energy that is around you, the people, the places, the things. And the Nine of Pentacles is about kind of like curating a much better environment so that you can, have better energy, just plain and simple. So I feel a lot of you are very focused on that. We also see plenty of abundance here. So if you are like hoping that you can start something with that Knight of Pentacles at the first card that's going to be successful, I would say yes. I kind of get the feeling that some of you have an idea already for a fresh start, like a new way to present your business or a new way to work in your career, or some sort of upgrade. Like maybe you want to go get a certification for your career or go back to school or something like that. And if you've been thinking about that, this is a big yes from the universe. You have the Hangman. Again, sometimes I feel like the Hangman is a little bit over-prepared. He is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and he's gained enlightenment. His head is glowing, but he needs to get off the tree, and he needs to start working on his journey. And not only that, you have the card of knowledge and wisdom right here, the King of Swords. The King of Swords, he has both knowledge and wisdom. He has learned things, and he has also put the things he's learned into practice, and so now he has the wisdom to make it even better. Yeah, look, this reading is amazing. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Star. So the Star is, of course, wish fulfillment, hope, faith, and renewal, good energy coming in for you. You could be attracting an Aquarius as well here, Virgo, if you're looking for love. Could be any sign, but the Star, is all about renewal and nurturing yourself, and we see a ton of nurturing energy in this reading. We have this card, the Nourish card, Nine of Pentacles, Empress. These are all cards of healing yourself, taking care of yourself. So just like, it's like the better you take care of yourself, the more likely it is that you're going to be very successful. And again, same thing with our value, right? If we are constantly giving and we're getting nothing for it, we're not nurturing ourselves. But if we are giving in balance and we're getting something for what we're giving, then we are nurturing ourselves. We're valuing ourselves. And I feel that this reading is really talking about like how you value yourself. If you don't value yourself, things aren't going to go well. If you do value yourself, things are going to go very well. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering as well. So again, another card of like healing or focusing on healing. With the Hangman, yes, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Amazing. So definitely a very abundant reading, and I feel that you could be creating a lot of abundance. Again, with the Hangman, I feel if you have an idea or a plan, I would just go for it because it's clearly going to lead to the the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, and I would get to work on whatever it is. Ten of Pentacles is like ultimate abundance. Ten of Pentacles is building and leaving a legacy as well. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Silent Wisdom card, the Sphinx card, and this Protection card. So you have a lot of wisdom that you need to share, is what I feel here. The Protection card, I feel, there's a little bit of protection in the reading with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about putting up boundaries, and I kind of do feel this is saying, like, be careful who you share your goals, plans, wishes, all that other stuff with, and, make sure you're sharing it with your knowledge with the right people. You have the Fool, the King of Swords, and the Empress. The Fool says fresh start, like I already said. The Fool I kind of feel like the Fool is saying you're more than prepared. I do feel like I'm pretty sure I said this in your September monthly reading, not the bonus reading, but just the regular September reading. I'm pretty sure I said something about how it's like you're about to do something that you've done in the past again. Like if you have reinvented yourself in the past, you're about to do it again. And again, it makes sense because this is a September reading, and you could be undergoing like some sort of transformation. For most of you, I feel it's in the way that you work, just based off your astrology at the moment. So again, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of work or business change. Even if you're retired, again, you do things every single day, I'm sure. So even if you're retired, it could just be a change in your daily routine or the way that you work on whatever you work on, or if you do projects or around the house or anything like that. That could be where the change is coming from. The Fool, he is going on this journey, and he's going through the whole entire major arcana, and his intentions are very pure. He has this white rose here, and the white rose represents pure intentions, like the intention for his journey is very pure, and that is definitely standing out for me, for you as well here, Virgo. You have the King of Swords. It's like, you know everything, is what I feel like saying, Virgo. There's no need to doubt what you have learned, or, there's no need to doubt your self-education or the things that you've been through, because I feel like you've learned, everything that you need to be very successful. Again, the King of Swords has a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and he can use that knowledge and wisdom to improve his position in the world, and so I feel a lot of you could be doing that. I'm also getting law and order as well. We go down like this, Star, Knight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles, through that King of Swords. The King of Swords is law and order, so if you're dealing with something legal, or if you have been in some sort of legal situation, this could be you getting clarity on the legal situation, or it could be you could be kind of like wrapping it up. You have the Empress. So Empress is, of course, very good. A lot of abundance coming in for you. The Empress also says you are very attractive at this time. So if you want love, I would definitely get out there, Virgo. It could, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. You could just be embracing this energy. The thing about the Empress is that she doesn't really have to try hard, and I've been saying this to a lot of people right now because I think we are in a time of efficiency just based off the astrology. It's like the astrology wants us to not necessarily work hard. It wants us to work smarter, not harder. And so if there are, if you come up with any new ways of doing things, again, in work or business, and especially if they're more efficient, again, all she has to do to create that abundance is wave that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her will grow. And so she's not working very hard to create that abundance. Now, that doesn't mean you won't be working hard. I would just be focusing on working smarter. And I don't know what you all do, so obviously you're gonna have to do the research, but there's probably better ways to do what you're doing. With the Fool, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, definitely a risk. I do feel like some of you are taking a risk. It's like if you are reinventing yourself again or making this change, then obviously it's going to be going to be a risk. With the King of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. See, it's like I'm getting like true purpose energy here. That's not what the Ace of Wands represents, but intuitively, that's what I'm feeling here with the Ace of Wands, is that you are making moves towards things that are more inspired. I think for a long time, you've been doing in life what you think you should do, but not what you feel you should do. And I feel like this Ace of Wands is saying you are moving more towards your inner voice, like more towards what you feel you should be doing in your life, not so much like what everybody else thinks that you should be doing, or what you think is right according to society or whatever. So like I get more of that inspired action on the Ace of Wands. With the Empress, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent blessings. We actually have 2 cards of blessings. We have the 4 of Swords right here, and there's a person blessing another person in that stained glass window. The Hierophant, he is blessing these 2 initiates in front of him, and he's just blessing them into his way of being. So a lot of you could just be receiving blessings. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Lizard Spirit, says dream the world into being. You have this Bobcat, says life is a mystery. And life is a mystery for sure, Virgo, but I feel it would be an amazing time for you to dream, for you to chase your dreams. Again, especially you being the opposite of Pisces, with that Neptune and Pisces energy. I say this to everyone, but it's probably extra true for you because it's your opposite sign. That, if there was ever a time to work on that like big impossible dream, it would be right now with Neptune and Pisces, because Neptune and Pisces says it could be possible if you put the work in. So I would definitely dream big at this time. You have the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Swords in the good stuff, again, represents finding other ways of doing things. Everybody gets this nowadays because, again, I think the universe is trying to get people to be more efficient. He is stealing the swords from that army in the background, and he is basically going to war, but he is doing it in a better way. So I think that if there's anything you can do to, do things in a better way, that's definitely what I would be researching. Also, this card represents needing to have fun. He has these polka dots on his cloak. Polka dots in the tarot show up on the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. And so the polka dots kind of represent taking things too seriously. But I feel like you're finding out that something is not that serious. Like I'm getting a message here that maybe you've been dealing with something that you think is serious and you're finding out it's not that serious. So, again, that could be a good thing. You have the Queen of Pentacles, definitely being resourceful. Again, you and Pisces this week, the week of the 16th, on the 17th, we have the Pisces eclipse. And I feel like for both signs, it could be very positive financially. And so, again, you could just be looking at your resources, improving your finances in some way, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I definitely feel that there are some financial improvements. You have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is a change in direction. In the whole entire reading, we basically said that you are following your inspiration. You have the Star, the Ace of Wands to the 7 of Pentacles. The Star is your inspiration. The Star is having a North Star, something that you work towards. The Ace of Wands is inspired action. And then the 7 of Pentacles would be the change towards inspired action. With the 7 of Swords, you have the Empress. I'm telling you right now, there is an easier way to do what you're doing than to do what you're doing right now. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but it's kind of like this channel, right? It's like this. The problem with tarot is I have to constantly create videos because they have a time limit and they die after a certain period of time. So it's like if I were to do YouTube on a different channel where I didn't do time limited videos, right? It would probably do better and my work would be more efficient in that way because I would be creating things that last forever instead of videos that only last for like a week, right? And so that's just like one example, but that's what the Empress really represents, is like finding the things that are more efficient, a more efficient use of your time. And that's what I would be really, really focusing on with that Empress energy. Especially, you have Saturn in Pisces as well, and again, in your opposite sign. And so, again, anything you can do to be more efficient would be a good idea. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Death card. I feel like this is just saying there's a positive change in your finances. He also has a white rose right here on his banner. And the white rose on the Death card represents the light at the end of the tunnel. So a lot of you financially could be like getting good news or seeing new opportunities financially. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the Tower. Every single person has had the Tower this week. Your Tower is showing up in the good stuff. So obviously it's not going to be as bad. But it wouldn't surprise me if there was a global tower moment this week, because again, everybody's had the tower. This happened in the September bonus readings as well, or it might have been the eclipse readings. I'm not sure. So again, everybody had the tower. Everybody's had the tower. This set of readings. Wouldn't worry too much about it. But again, in the area of the good stuff, this would say that you are avoiding a tower moment. Basically, that by making a change and moving more towards your inspirations, that you are creating a positive change. The other thing to think about here is that the tower has this lightning bolt, and this right here is all about inspiration. So the lightning bolt, can be a light bulb moment with the tower, and you could just be having some sort of inspiration. You have this well, it says family wishes come true. So again, a lot of good family stuff. I've noticed the whole entire month of September. So if you're spending time with family, or if you want to go see family or anything like that, it would be a really good idea. You have this crown, it says honor and respect will come to you. Yes. I think it's because you're living your truth. It's like when we live our truth, we risk, people not liking us anymore because usually the truth hurts. But again, I feel like you will be gaining a lot of honor and respect. You have this ant card that says work, achievement, success. The whole entire reading says work, achievement, success, so I'm not surprised to see that. You have 3 cards here. I always clarify these monthly cards. You have this October card, but I pulled 2 cards, and you have this unsuccessful plans. You also have this strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So I would say that, by the month of October, I would make sure that you are focusing on love, not hate, and that would be what I focus on there. You have this boat card that says money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Love it. Definitely could be a major increase in your finances. 10 of Pentacles, Empress twice, 9 of Pentacles. We have all these amazing cards. So really good reading here, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.